football. So
You said what?
watching football.
Yeah. Today's Q's birthday. Today's the Chronic's 30th anniversary.
Chronic classic. 30 years.
All of a sudden, everybody's a fan of the Chronic now. I see.
They are.
All I kept seeing was Chronic this, Chronic that. I'm just like, God damn, okay.
Nah, man. Chronic is a classic all around.
That
All around classic, man.
I feel you. Y'all check out that review I did years ago.
They should know about now.
Ah, Jesus Christ. I had a day today.
You always have a date.
I know. I almost ran over somebody. I used a scooter from Walmart and shit like that. I made hella money doing deliveries and shit like that too. About to
Right.
finalize the music still. About to finalize some music shit later on. So I was busy.
Mm.
You saw that text I sent you about Aisha, right?
Thought it was the other girl.
No, I sent you something about Aisha like last night.
Oh,
How I'll send it to you again. But yeah,
okay.
the other girl, man.
I'm
I don't
surprised. I
know.
thought she was cool like that.
She is, but she be mad annoying, man. I'm just like, yo, chill the fuck out.
Wow.
But
That's
I'm gonna
crazy.
talk more about it on Instagram and shit. Like, chill the fuck out, yo. Damn, what the fuck you think you is? Hmm. How's everyone doing today in the chat? Oh, Jesus. Y'all ready for Absol's new album tomorrow or tonight?
I don't know if I'm gonna listen. I got like four other albums to listen to right now. And,
Yeah, the Alchemist is dropping some new shit too.
yeah, Alchemist. I think Vinny Paz dropped. Was it Vinny Paz that dropped the album
Oh wow.
or Apathy? One of them cats.
Look what I got.
Wiz Khalifa dropped something. Classic. They putting that in the Super Mario movie as well.
Oh wow. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah, like they got the Mario Kart in the film.
But they don't got an Italian playing Mario. That's the thing.
Well, I think the movie would still be good without the accent. Like I saw that they had like a recent trailer and they had like they have Mario like racing in the carts and all that. So it looked like they're gonna incorporate like different Mario games in the movie. Cause he wearing like there's a part where he got the raccoon suit on.
Oh shit. That's vintage
Yeah,
Mario right there, buddy.
yeah, they got the like raccoon Mario from part three.
Yes, somebody play me some Mario Kart tonight after I do this Chance and More review.
Classic, classic Mario.
Yeah, shout out to my baby by the way and shit.
You know,
Hopefully I can keep you warm tomorrow and shit.
facts.
Mike said he's on his way in a few minutes and shit. He's just trying to get some break from work.
Right.
So how many episodes did you watch?
One.
Did you like it or not?
Nope.
Which episode did you watch?
The pilot.
Oh man, you should have started out with like the third or second season and shit. The
How
pilot
am I
was so
supposed to know?
You should have asked you what you started off with this shit.
That I thought season one would have been good. I mean, to start off a show.
I mean, season one, yeah, but if you want to get the genesis
You
of
ain't got better after season one.
yeah, it got way better after season one.
How many seasons it was again? Like 7,
Six.
6. Damn.
You good though? You good? At least you're being honest. Not like other people who say they watch shit, you know, and you know. This nigga says I'm gonna stick to the pilot. Shit. Oh man. Like I said, this is not gonna be too long because I still gotta listen to the Love Supremes from Shantae Moore. Ronnie said the Golden Globe Awards are coming up. Yes, they are.
I got to listen to the Shantae Moore.
Yeah. So this Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez case is heating up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He brought his kid to trial with him.
Yeah, Kelsey pretty much threw Megan under the bus and shit. I'm like, wow.
Well, he going to jail. They're just trying to make Megan look bad by how many people she slept with. I'm like, it don't matter. Like that don't have nothing to do with the case.
You know what kills me though?
Yeah.
These two women were fighting over Tory Lanez. That's what kills me.
Her friend?
Yeah, they were both fighting over Tory Lanez. That gremlin looking motherfucker.
Well, she's saying she never slept with Tory though.
That's what they claim. But then they say that Megan got jealous when Tory was flirting with all the other females and shit. But who knows, man?
Even if that's the case, he still ain't got no answer of why he shot her though. So you shot her because she was jealous of the chicks you were talking to?
Well,
That's not gonna fly in court, yo.
There's also a story about how he thought she said his music was whack, and he should said dance, bitch.
That ain't flying in court.
I don't know.
That's still you. I can say that right now to any artist. That ain't gonna fly in court.
It's the dance. I'm still not over the dance, bitch. For me,
He don't get his defense team suck. They don't have no case, and they know it. That's why they're trying to muddy up the case with all this other bullshit. No judge is gonna sit up there unless the judge is a fucking idiot. No judge is gonna sit up there and be like, "Oh, well, you're free, Tory, because Megan said you ain't got no talent." I say he ain't got no fucking talent. So I've been saying that he can't sing. I didn't understand the hype for him when he came out anyway.
respect.
You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna fly in court. No, the judge is not gonna give him a fucking pass because Megan said that to him. They don't have no case.
Dance, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? Anything she said, she can say anything. He still gotta answer to why he shot her in the first place, and they ain't got no defense for that.
It's just crazy. At this point, I stopped giving a fuck, honestly.
They making it like it's big news. I'm like, nobody gives a fuck. I don't listen to Megan. I don't listen to Tory. I could care less.
Dance,
You know what I'm
bitch.
saying? I'm just like, yo, like all this talk about what happened. I'm like, yo, he don't have no defense for what he did. So it's not gonna matter whatever she said, or if she got jealous or whatever, who she slept with. They don't matter.
Right. Oh, Jesus Christ. People, I just don't understand, motherfuckers. Ooh. It's like, I don't know, man. My thing is this. Do I think her career might be in jeopardy if they found Tory Lanez not guilty? Absolutely. But at the same time, it's not like Tory's career is going to be any better as it is anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Gunna is going to snitch, and now he's going to get out of jail free card and stuff like that. And Young Thug looking stupid in jail right now and shit too. That's funny. That's why this nigga was happy as hell in jail because he was going to fucking snitch.
Yeah.
This is my thing. If you a quote unquote gangster, if you about to go down, why the fuck you snitching and shit? That's my thing. Real gangsters don't
Might as well
snitch.
get rid of him. I never liked dude anyway. Get rid of him so we ain't gotta hear him no more. They need to get rid of all these no talent ass motherfuckers.
Like R. Kelly is still locked up and shit. You
R.
know?
Kelly still dropping heat and he locked up. What does that say about R&B?
A bootleg.
You know,
A
a
fucking
bootleg at that with unreleased joints still fired in half of these R&B motherfuckers. We should do a review on that. The
you
bootleg
want to?
R&B R. Kelly album.
You want to?
Yes,
Cause you know he has more than one bootleg album, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
Chocolate
know he
Factory.
got every artist has tons of unreleased stuff, but depending on how often they were in the studio. R. Kelly been out since the early '90s. Of course, he gonna have unreleased stuff.
Cause you know Chocolate Factory was bootleg too.
Yeah, that was bootleg. Yeah, I remember that because I had the bootleg for that. You know, TP3 Reloaded. That was bootleg also.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not a shock. I guess it's a shock to some people. It's not a shock because R. Kelly was always in the studio doing shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was always recording stuff. So, and who's to say he didn't record stuff? I know he recorded stuff before he went to prison. So
Of course.
we have yet to hear that shit. Some of that shit could be on that bootleg album, for all we know.
It's kind of ironic that Ari Spears is on the album too, and we all know what happened with Ari.
He's on the album.
Yeah, he's on the interlude from what I looked up.
I don't remember him.
Okay, I'm about to start this shit in about 5 more minutes. Yeah, man, it's not looking good for Megan. That's all I got.
Speaking of bootleg, you heard about Jay-Z refused to sign the bootleg album cover?
He did what?
Jay-Z refused to sign a fan's bootleg album cover. Like there was a fan that had a bootleg album cover, and Jay was signing autographs, and Jay-Z refused to sign it.
I don't blame him. I don't because if you remember, that's why he stabbed Un in the first place and shit. Remember?
That shit is that nigga taller fan. That shit is bootleg. I ain't signing that. How you gonna bring a bootleg album cover to an artist? Like you don't think he know what's real and what's not?
Exactly. That's
What an
stupid.
idiot. Jay was like, nah, that ain't official, bro. The disrespect for a GOAT.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Jay-Z has no bootleg album, yo. I don't know what you're talking about. He has no bootleg album. All his shit is official.
Oh no! Got my incense lit up. That is already made for tonight. Because after the Shantae Moore review, I am going to chill for the night. You know what I might do, honestly? I might watch The Color Purple tonight.
Oh wow. You heard they're doing that shit over, right?
Yeah, I know that. You know they're doing the Beauty and the Beast live with her being Belle and shit.
Yeah, I saw it. She going by her real name now, Gabrielle.
Oh, so she's an actress now. She's going by her real name.
Yeah. She going by her real name now.
Okay. Ooh.
And she's not wearing the glasses anymore, so you can see her sleepy eyes.
Ooh. Yo, these motherfuckers kill me with that shit. Well, it's probably the Lady Gaga syndrome and shit.
Lady Gaga still going by her Lady Gaga.
Nah, you know what I mean, man. Ever since
Right.
Lady Gaga started acting and shit, she wants to be taken more seriously. I like go back to that little poker face girl. Ain't nobody.
She got.
Yeah.
I want to see how she look as Harley Quinn.
Hell no.
Yes.
Hell no.
She's doing the Joker sequel.
And that's another thing I'm worried about. I feel like she's gonna ruin the movie.
Nah, that's gonna be fire. What Lady Gaga? This is Lady Gaga we're talking about. The woman that wore a meat dress. She's definitely gonna kill it. That's
I just don't see Harley Quinn for Lady Gaga. I'm gonna be real with you.
She's gonna be wild and it's gonna be crazy. I definitely can see her as Harley. Margot Robbie is good, You know what I'm saying? Like she looked like Harley Quinn too, but Lady Gaga, I know she's gonna be wild and she gonna kill it.
I don't know, man.
I think her wardrobe gonna be crazy for Harley Quinn.
I feel like
She might give us like those different wardrobe pieces from like the Batman the animated series.
all I'm telling you, the writing better be good. That's what I'm saying. Cause I feel like this is like flavor
Yeah,
of the month and shit.
I think it will. Like the Joker was a classic. That was a great film.
I agree.
One of the best films that DC got. They got it right with that one. I don't know what the hell they doing with the other shit though.
I agree. Alrighty. I got everything together. I swear to God, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. No, 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 no. I'm not a big fan of Suicide Squad like that, Q.
Yeah, I ain't care for those two films like that.
All right, I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Yeah.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Thursday night? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me.
What
So, today's episode of Sitcom Retrospective, we're going to talk about probably the most controversial sitcom, or one of the most controversial sitcoms of the decade. Still on the Norman Lear train right now and stuff like that. Maude. This show ran from 1972 to 1978 on CBS. You know what I'm saying? Starring B. Arthur. This was the first, excuse me, shit. This was the first spinoff of All in the Family, and it wouldn't be the last, honestly. So, you know how we always do. How did you get into the show?
I didn't. This is the first time I'm watching. I know Beat Arthur from Golden Girls. That was a classic. I don't know Maud like that.
Okay, so you okay,
I'm
got
just here. I'm just here because Reg asked me to be here. That's all.
it. Well, let's just hope this might be a better review to the Taxi because I know you
Oh
did not
God,
like that one.
no, not a fan.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm just like, damn, nigga. Tell me how you
Um,
really. Yeah, tell me how you really feel about
I
this.
ain't watch everything now from back in the day.
Well, understandable. Okay, because this show was kind of obscure for the longest and stuff too. So
Right.
to me, how did I get into the show? Honestly, this from All in the Family. The episode which I want to talk about later on when Maud came to visit, and this is when the episode when they all had like the flu or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when like everyone started to know who B. Arthur was because originally she had an experience in the theater and stuff like that too. So I didn't actually start watching the show until probably like about 10 or 12 years ago, and this is when it was on well, it's still on antenna TV and shit like that too. So and at that point, I have seen pretty much almost every Norman Lear show up to that point, and I watched this show and literally I just started laughing, and I just thought this was like a dark. It was like black comedy at its finest, in my
Mhm.
opinion.
Yeah.
Um, Out of Norman Lear's shows, this was like the most theatrical, if you ask me. And what I mean by theatrical is like you can definitely see the roots of the theater because I think all the actors had experiences in the theater and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I just fuck with the Norman Lear shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was so glad that they finally dropped this on complete series like about I think like 7 years ago. So no grand story like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So let's tell the story about Maud. So like I mentioned before, this was a spinoff of All in the Family, which before the year's over, at some point we're going to talk about that one as well. That's probably the next one we're going to talk about. And originally, she was supposed to have been like a one-off character, if I'm not mistaken. And she was Edith's cousin and stuff like that. And all of a sudden Archie never fucking liked her. To be real with you, Archie never liked her and shit.
Archie
And
didn't like nobody.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. You know what I'm saying? Because she was an outright feminist,
Mm,
and Archie didn't give a fuck about blacks, feminists, and stuff like that. So
right.
already from the get go, she just came over and she just pretty much took over like the whole fucking house and stuff like that too, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And it got to the point where they had this one scene where they were arguing about Franklin Roosevelt and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until like after the show was over, excuse me, that Norman, I think the head of CBS at that time called Norman and talking about give her a show right now
oh
and
wow.
stuff like that, because it was just like her her timing, her deadpan humor,
Hmm.
and everything like that was like it was very, 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 very unique. And you know what I'm saying? So they actually at that same season on the second season, they actually did like the pilot because you know sometimes when and it's like the end of the season and whatnot. So at the end of the season, sometimes the if this show was very popular, they'll give like a pilot or whatever and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So the pilot had B. Arthur, Bill Macy as their roles of Maude and Walter, but it also had Marsha Rod as the original Carol and stuff like that too. But then I guess like when the network watched it, they felt like the original Carol was a bit too much like B. Arthur and stuff like that too, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Mike, what's good?
Mike, what up? Mm-mm-mm.
There you go.
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. How about you
Chilling.
guys?
Man, today was such a good day right now, man. It's not even funny.
Oof, I hear that.
I almost ran over somebody. I
What the-
I drove on the Walmart scooters again. I saw Aisha and shit. You know what
oh,
I'm saying?
shit.
Right.
Yeah, man. I got me a new video game and shit too. Got me some money.
Oh,
So,
Nice.
shit.
yeah, so today was a good day, honestly. You know.
Today
Shit.
was a good day.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, but before I talk about the history, I just want to ask you, how did you get into the show?
How do I get into it?
Yeah,
Um, I love 70s shows. Like I love shows like Good Times and Sanford and Son and all them. Maude, I didn't watch all of the episodes, but like I remember it was some like good moments on there and stuff. And uh, how I really got into like B Arthur, like I known her from like Golden Girls. So when I found out she had this show, it kind of made me want to check it out. And I like it. Like I like it. It's one of the one of the better shows like of the 70s and stuff like that.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, man, definitely one of the better shows in shit of the '70s. Because I love '70s sitcom, but there was some '70s sitcoms that was kind of eh. But I'm gonna say my mouth like that. So as I was saying, so the original pilot had Marsha Rod, and it was the last episode of All the Family's second season. So in 1972 to 1973 season, they premiered the show, and it was pretty much aired on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And it was pretty much a rating smash at the time. You know, it was number 4 in the ratings. It was before Hawaii 5-0 and stuff like that too. So y'all remember that shit. So yeah, man. So like I said, the show starred B. Arthur as Maud, who's like this outspoken feminist who was married 4 times. And I think they made a lot of jokes. One of the jokes they made was like how she forgot her maiden name and stuff like that. Excuse me. How she got married so many times that she forgot her maiden name and stuff too. So that's
Wow,
crazy as hell. Uh,
crazy.
she also starred, like I mentioned, you had Bill Macy as Walter, who was like a husband, pretty much a whiny ass nigga and stuff like that. But Funny as hell in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? He owned like an appliance store and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anytime those two argued and shit, it was always fireworks and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much, there was episodes was pretty much like how Maude would just look at Walter and just say like a one liner, just ruin his self esteem and some shit like that too.
Right.
Then you had Adrian Barbeau. I don't know if I'm saying the last name right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was John Carpenter's girlfriend at one point.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
'cause she was in The Fog. She was in, I think she was in like a lot of John Carpenter stuff.
Right. Yep. And these days she's known more as for horror movies, but she pretty much got her break. I want to say her break with this show. And this is the thing that was really interesting about her portrayal of Carol than the first Carol because and B Arthur, she even said it like she felt like the writers were trying to weaken they were trying to like weaken her role, the role of Carol and stuff like that. And she had nothing against Aunt Adrian and stuff like that too, but she didn't like how the writers were trying to like weaken her role and stuff like that too. Because if you watch like the earlier episodes, they were trying to have like Maude and Carol have more like Archie and Mike, Archie and Mike kind of relationship, but I guess it wasn't really working out. They started retwisting some shit, and she became more of like the soft spoken kind of single mother and stuff like that too. Because she has a kid named Philip, and then you also had Conrad Bain, which you guys would mostly know him as Mr. Drummond from Different Strokes and shit like that. This was one of his first roles that got him famous and stuff. He played Dr. Arthur Harmon, who was more of like the antithesis of Maude. He was Republican. He didn't care for feminism or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna hold you. A popular opinion, I prefer Conrad over this role than Mr. Drummond and Different Strokes and shit. In my personal opinion.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean nothing against Different Strokes, but I feel like sometimes he got a little overshadowed by Gary Coleman and the cutesiness of the whole show. But I want to talk about that another day. Then you had, of course, Esther Rolle. She played Florida Evans, and yes, the same Florida Evans that would be iconic for Good Times and shit. Which Good Times was also another spinoff of Maude, even though there's some controversy with that, which I'm gonna get into that in a minute. You had Rue McCallaghan. She played Vivian, which was like Maude's best friend, a character that kind of went through a little transformation herself because when she first came on the show, they try to make her pretty much like a more subversive ass Maude. But then by the second season, they try to make her more like a ditzy character, especially when she got married to what's his name, Arthur's character and shit too. So that was pretty much like the cast for the first two seasons, and the show already out from the gate was controversial and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because and Norman Lear, he always used to add like a lot of topical issues and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And one of the earliest episodes, which is probably like the best known episode, if you ask me, was the episode when Maude had an abortion. It was like a two-part episode. It was like I think the sixth or seventh episode of the first season.
Somebody actually slept with him.
Y'all need to stop dissing B. Arthur, man. Y'all need to stop.
I'm just saying. I'm like,
I told you she was married 4 times and shit. Walter was knocking the boots and shit.
Wow.
Wow.
Walter was knocking the boots, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Walter didn't have standards for his cock.
Oh my god.
Maude's character was supposed to be 47.
Wow.
And shit like that.
47. She looked like 87.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she looked a lot older than that.
Well, a lot of the Norman Lear shows, they used to age up a lot of their act. Like Carol O'Connor was in his late 40s, but the nigga looked like he was in his early 60s.
Damn.
And shit too.
That was great makeup.
Yeah. Reiner, well, I think he was in his mid-30s when he played Mike, but he was already losing his hair at that point and shit too. So they had to give him a hair piece just for him
Right.
to look young and shit too.
Wow.
So it's no surprise there. Hell, people forget Isabel Sanford, who played Wheezy, was like 20 years older than Sherman Hemsley and shit too. People forget about that.
Yo.
You laughing? I'm being real. I'm being fucking real and
Now
shit.
I'm laughing at something that I just saw. Like I sent it to the group chat. I want you to see it. It's about
All right,
Glorilla. It's about what's her name? Glorilla?
Glorilla. Oh shit.
Bruh. She wildin'.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo.
She trying to get pregnant. That's the thing.
Crazy.
Anyway, yo, I swear to God, these motherfuckers will say anything to stay famous, man. I tell you. But yeah, so yeah, somebody actually slept with Maude, right? But then the show really, and I'm not gonna lie, I like the abortion episode. Oh, I forgot to mention, Doris Roberts was the original Vivian, the same Doris Roberts that played Marie on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Mm.
But when they did the episode All in the Family called The Bunkers and the Swingers, Norma Leah pretty much asked Rue McCallihan and stuff like that to replace Doris Roberts last minute and shit too. So just letting y'all know about
Did he
that.
have beef with Doris?
You said what?
Did he have beef with Doris?
No, no beef. She just felt like she was a better fit.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But so the show tackled like a lot of topical issues during like the first 2 years itself. Like they talked like marijuana use, racism, alcoholism, suicide, rape, sexual abuse, feminism, politics. I mean, this was like all in the first, like every episode was like a topical issue and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Like I showed y'all last week, the episode when Walter had an alcohol problem and he slapped the fuck out of Maude and
Wow.
stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But then by the third season, especially when Esther Rolle went to Good Times and shit like that too, they started like still talking about topical issues, but then it became more of like a two couple show because Arthur and Vivian then married, Maude and Walter then married and shit. Then that's when they added in the I want to say Hungarian English housekeeper Mrs. Nagatalk, played by Hermione Baddeley, who if you're all my Disney heads, you should know who she is. She did like a couple of Disney movies and stuff like that too. So she was also on the Aristocats and stuff too. So and she and Maude did not like each other one bit because she came from a generation where she had a more submissive role, whereas like the man was the master and Maude wasn't having none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's when they used to argue a lot and stuff like that too. And honestly, from the third to maybe all the way to the final season, those are like my favorite years of the show, if you ask me. Some of the on the show happened that year, but at the same time, some of the darkest episodes happened. Like they used to do like a lot of shows episodes when it would be like an actor or just two actors in a single episode. Like possibly my favorite episode was when Ma was in the psychiatrist and stuff like that, and it was just pretty much B. Arthur doing a monologue, just talking about her insecurities and shit like that too. And yeah, that was a pretty dope episode. But then the show was always like controversial because as critically acclaimed as the show was, it only won pretty much one Emmy. And there was a reason behind that. The dude that played Walter, Bill Macy,
Mm-hmm.
he went to the 19th, and this is from research that I've seen. He went to the 1974 Emmy Awards and he got on stage, pulled down his pants,
What?
and he said something like "cocksuckers unite,"
Wow.
and it was then at the Emmy Awards they pretty much said that the show would not be not
Live.
it would not be won or nominated for the Emmy Awards, but then B. Arthur would end up winning an Emmy in 1977 and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and I read a lot of places that B. Arthur didn't really care for Bill Macy because Bill Macy was like more like a prankster.
Mm-hmm.
He used to play like a lot of pranks with like a lot of cast members, like pulling down his pants randomly and shit like that too.
Yo, the 70s was wild, man.
Oh, shit, I'm not lying. Like even Rue McCallaghan went on an interview and she pretty much said the same thing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So around this time, the show was on Tuesdays, but then at the same time, as the seasons went on, they actually like shuffled up the time a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because Happy Days was popular during the mid '70s and stuff, and that pretty much took over the ratings after a while and stuff like that too. So they ended up putting Maude like a 9 o'clock time slot. I want to say after Voda and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Another show I didn't watch.
I didn't watch too much of Rhoda. I saw a little bit of it, but I'm not the biggest Rhoda fan like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But that's another story for a different day. Cause yeah, man, once the Gary Marshall shows like Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley started coming out and stuff like that, a lot of the Norman Lear shows ratings were starting to going down a little bit because people like to look at those shows as like escapism and stuff like that too. That was the beginning of the whole TNA because you had shows like Three's Company, Charlie's Angels coming out and shit. Soap was another controversial hit.
Didn't watch it.
And the Norman Lear shows, you said what?
Charlie's Angels was my shit. I used to watch that, but I didn't watch Soap.
I hated Charlie's Angels.
You
I mean,
know?
I didn't hate it. I just never thought those white girls were sexy. I'm gonna be real.
Really, you didn't think what's her name though? The blonde.
Nah.
What's the blonde chick again?
Farrah Fawcett?
Yeah, you didn't think she was gorgeous?
She was pretty, but she wasn't sexy.
What? Wow.
I'm just saying.
You look like a porn star, Reg. What you talk about?
I've seen better looking porn stars.
You have?
Yeah.
White porn stars?
White porn stars, black porn stars, like Misty Stone and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What y'all know about that? Mike said he had to take a phone call and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just.
And the other chick, the brunette chick, she was hot too.
Oh yeah, she was cute. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, she had a little bit too many wrinkles and shit. I don't know what it was.
Too many wrinkles.
She was cute. I mean, she was sexy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, but something about her face, I just feel like I don't know if it was the makeup and shit like that. I don't know, but
wow,
it takes certain white girls for me to really be attracted. I'm just gonna be real. Yeah. Like so yeah, so the show, and it's crazy too because the 5th season was actually my favorite season, but that was when the ratings went down and stuff like that. I think it was out of the top 20 by that time and shit too.
Right.
And also around that time too, by the time the last season happened, Mrs. Naugatuck done left because her character married off to Bert and stuff like that too. Played by what's his name, J. Pat O'Malley. So that's when they had like a Jamaican housekeeper by Victoria by the name, who's portrayed by Marlene Warfield and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But huh?
She had a Jamaican.
Yeah. They were trying to rekindle what Maude had with Florida and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But by that time, the ratings was just going down. So the show was still good. It didn't like have a jump sharking moment, but Norman Lear, he wanted to retool Maude, to say the least, because he wanted to like fire like the whole cast except for Bill Macy and stuff like that too, and Maude and B. Arthur, of course, and they wanted to have Maude be like a congresswoman and stuff like that. But at that time, B. Arthur said that I don't want to do the Maude anymore. And there was like a lot of reasons why she felt like that. 2 reasons stuck out to me. One of the reasons was the fact that she didn't feel it was right to start the show all over again with a new group of supporting cast members, which that I definitely agree with and stuff like that too. And then the second reason, and this is coming from Bill Macy, that Bill B. Arthur's husband, Gene, I think it was like his name was like Gene or something like that, cheated on her. And she pretty much like was going through it during that season and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
the fact that
You know, don't go there. I know what you're saying. Don't go.
Oh man,
No. Oh,
Jesus
Piotr was
Christ.
kind of cute though. I ain't gonna fucking hold you.
Really?
Piotr was kind of cute. I know what y'all saying.
Wow.
Kind of cute.
I'll take Megan Thee Stallion.
Real? Oh, now you.
I'll take
Now
Megan.
you.
Megan is gorgeous. I don't know what you talk about. She
Bacon is
she can't
gorgeous. I
rap
didn't
for me
say
at
she.
all, but she
I
can't
didn't.
rap the shit, but she could damn sure twerk.
Yeah, I didn't say Megan was ugly and shit.
She gorgeous and she could dance her ass off. I like her twerking.
You Dallas gorgeous.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Uh,
You don't like Megan?
Dance,
no,
bitch. What you mean?
I think she's gorgeous. I just
no,
don't
no,
think she
no,
could
no.
rap.
No, she can't. No, she can't.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I do like her new album though.
Yeah.
Better than the first one.
So
That's my
that's in your
opinion.
top 10 of this year.
And I'm not saying all of that.
I give her props on Saturday Night Live when she hosted. I liked her in that. She did.
Yeah, she was hilarious.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right. But other than that, so then so Norman Lear, he pretty much ended the show in 1978 due to the bad ratings and everything, but he still kept that idea of like the Congress. And what had happened was that he flirted with this idea twice. One, it was a pilot that he did called Mr. Duggan, which ironically had John Amos, who played James from Good Times, because at that time they had squashed their beef and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But that pilot didn't get picked up because of the fact that there was controversy with African Americans being in the Congress and stuff like that too. And a lot of the Congress members who were African American, they felt like it didn't really represent them to the fullest. You know what I'm
They don't
saying?
want us nowhere. They don't want us in Congress. They don't want us to be president. Nowhere.
Right. So then he had a short-lived show called Hanging In, which had Bill Macy, who was like a football player turned university president, which I've never seen that show. It was like a summer show, but it only ran for 4 episodes pretty much. So, yeah. So that was pretty much the end of Maude. And when it came to like syndication and whatnot, it was not really that well in syndication because it was more when between like the 80s, it was more syndicated like overseas. It didn't really become syndicated in the US until like maybe like the 90s, when it was on TV Land and Nick and Night for a little bit. But then again, it's like taken out of syndication again because they used to put that show on like late nights, like 4 in the morning and stuff like that, mostly because everybody was still up in arms about the abortion episode, because that's like the best known episode when it comes to Maude. But then by like the last decade, they have like more. It started having more of a popularity, especially when it started like rerunning on certain like channel like Logo TV, Antenna TV, and then fast forward to 2015. That's when they actually released the complete series and stuff like that too. Which, thank God, I got this like Shout Factory
Yeah.
best DVD in the business and shit. Because
South Factory makes a lot of great box sets and stuff.
exactly, you know what I'm saying. And the thing about it is like it's the uncut original episodes and stuff like that too. Because
Right.
when like I remember when WKRP in Cincinnati was released on DVD, like before Shop Factory picked them up,
Mm.
a lot of the music was cut, and a lot of fans complained about that shit. But when Shop Factory got their hands on it,
Yeah.
they had like pretty much like 80% of the music on the show and
Right.
stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So Shout Factory, man, a lot of the shows in the last decade, like Welcome Back Kotter,
Yeah.
Mob, they came, they got brought back from Shout Factory. They even finished All in the Family on DVD and shit too. So
Nice.
yeah, man. So yeah, this has all the 6 seasons, very good picture quality. They even got like I want to say they got like some unreleased episodes too. So yeah, man.
That's dope.
So right about now, I'm gonna talk about like some of my favorite episodes and shit like that. Um, I'm gonna start off with. I'm probably gonna start off with the episode Florida's Problem. which in my personal opinion, the episode where I personally feel like they got the fire going for Good Times. This is the episode when John Amos he played Henry Evans, not
Mm,
James Evans. I don't know why they changed his name. I don't know
right.
why. It is what it is. So he pretty much didn't want Florida working as a maid, and he wanted her to quit her job and stuff like that. And Florida was just mad because she needed to support the fucking money, support the money and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was the fact that Henry was pretty much talking about, I'm going to come back here 8 o'clock, WWT or WPT. And Maude was like, what does that mean? And Flo was like, white people time and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Maude was trying to get Walter. Maude was trying to get Walter to talk to Henry and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But then Henry pretty much, I mean, not Henry. Walter was like, I'm not getting into this one and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So Henry came back and him and fucking Florida had an argument and shit like that. And there was this one funny scene, which I'm very surprised that this joke went by the censors at that time, when Walter was like, I am the king of my castle, yada, yada, yada. I want some dinner. And so mom was like, yeah, I'm going to get you some chicken. So she brought him like a frozen TV dinner and shit like that. And Walter was like, this chicken is frozen. And mom was pretty much like, if you think that chicken is frozen now, wait till you see what's in bed tonight. Which means
Wow.
which means chicken being another to reference to like your dick, pretty much like what I mentioned with Rocco's Modern Life, the whole choky chicken, which means masturbation and shit like that, which I was like, yo.
Right.
So they had this huge ass argument and whatnot too. And pretty much when it came to this show, this was probably like the loudest show in the whole Normally a Kenny, because everybody was just yelling just for no fucking reason and shit like that. Like especially Walter and Maude. Well, Walter like, well, where's my dinner? And stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And I know Mike, you know what I'm talking about when I say this like the loudest show in Norman Clear canon and shit like that too. So so what did you think about the episode that you've seen and shit? You hear me?
Is he there?
No, so I was talking to you, Try. Like, what did you think of the episode that you've seen?
It was cool. You know, I don't got nothing to say about it because I ain't watch every episode. So y'all got like no knowledge about the show than I do. You know,
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that. At least like you said, you being honest and shit. So
I gotta be.
what,
I'm not gonna front on here and be like, "Oh, this is a great show," and I didn't watch this show.
but from what you've seen, would you want to watch more of the show based on from what you've seen?
No,
Wow. Well, hey, it is what it is and shit. It is what it is, you know. So I think Mike is busy. I'm gonna see your Mike. Are you there? Or I think he's probably busy at work though, but it's all good. Um, there was another episode which I fucking love. It was pretty much the episode when Walter like almost tried to commit suicide and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Something that
right.
we talked about yesterday.
Yeah,
So his business was about to be bankrupt and shit. And him, Maud, Arthur, and Vivian were out like in Mexico, and there were like a lot of Mexican stereotypes. Yeah, you know what the Mexican stereotype with like
hmm,
Mexico's being surrounded by flies and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
dirty water, which is actually true.
Yeah. So the first part was pretty much the most comedic because it was just pretty much like setting the tone for like a darker part. So the second part, and he was trying to get a job with one of his friends, but his friend invited him, and he pretty much said that he was too old and stuff like that too. So everyone was just treating him like shit because his business went bankrupt and shit. So next thing you know, he ends up trying to overdose on like sleeping pills and shit like that too. And pretty much, they'll say he was about to kill himself, and then that's when the next episode happened. And pretty much, they got him in the psychiatric hospital and some shit like that too, on a sitcom, folks, on a sitcom. And he's pretty much said, "I'm not crazy." He started jumping up and down, talking about, I'm not crazy," and some shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like, was a pretty wild episode and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? The acting from Bill Macy in that episode was very good and whatnot too. B. Arthur actually cried in that episode
Oh wow.
and stuff like that too. Like, it was actually real tears and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Should have won an Oscar for that.
you said what?
She should have won an Oscar for that.
I mean, yeah, man. Like, she won an Emmy that season and stuff. She won an Emmy for that season and
Yeah, she
stuff
should have
too.
won all kinds of Emmy awards.
I agree. Yeah, I was just asking you, like, what was some of your favorite episodes and shit?
Honestly, I don't have like a favorite episode like as of yet because I haven't watched. Like I said, I haven't watched all the episodes, but um, I would have to say so far, like the earlier seasons, like between season 1 and season 2, is like so far like my favorite episodes so far. Like I think those are two of like my favorite seasons. But
Gotcha.
I need to get more into like the later like episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got the computer here. I can definitely send you some copies of the DVDs once I send you the YNR list and stuff like that if you want.
Thanks, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, man. And it kills me too because like it's like the first two seasons are only like on Tubi and Freevee, but there's plenty of episodes that sprinkled around the internet if you find them and shit like that too. Mostly on Daily Motion, but yeah, man. A lot of them like the syndicated version, like TV Land, which cuts out a lot of the good scenes and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, but then one of the funniest episodes to me was when damn, what was the episode? What was the episode? It was pretty much when fucking Vivian, she started wanting to do more like feminist things to spice up the marriage with Arthur. And this episode is really known for this one scene when Vivian was trying to like, she wore this plastic wrap, right?
Mm-hmm.
No clothes under the plastic wrap. And she thought Arthur was at the door, but it ended up being Maude and Walter and shit too. So what ended up happening was that she pretty much flashed them, showed them her fucking tits, and this is what the show does well with the camera zooms
They
and
were
stuff like
freaky as hell in the 70s. Shit. They couldn't do that now.
that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this show, I love this fucking show so fucking much, man. It was wild as fuck, you know.
Right.
So Vivian flashed Maude and Walter, and the thing about this scene was like they had a scene where like Maude and Walter, you didn't see their face, you just saw the back of their heads.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the longest lap they had on the show for like maybe 15 to 20 seconds, no movement whatsoever. And then I think Maude was like, "What just happened?" I think Maude said some shit like, "What just happened?" or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, Maude didn't like the fact that Vivian, when it comes to Maude and Vivian's friendship, she didn't like the fact that Vivian would be too submissive to Arthur sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? And it got to the point where Walter was like, "I want to do that to Maude one time," and shit like that. And Maude was like, "Over my dead body," like just paraphrasing, because she would pretty much say like her catchphrase, "God will get you for that, Walter," or "God will get you for that, Vivian." Every time somebody got the hold of her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man. Another freaky episode was when pretty much one of Walter's secretaries wanted to sleep with Walter
Right.
out of some advice from Maude, because Maude was, and that's the thing about her feminism. She was trying to influence her secretary to ask for equal pay when it came to Walter's other male workers, but the secretary kind of took it too far when she pretty much asked Walter to sleep with her. Mind you, Walter being a married man and shit like that too. And little trivia though, the secretary was played by the original Carol, who was on the pilot and stuff like that. Because Norman Lear likes to recycle actors a lot of times and shit like that too.
Walter wanted that nut. He didn't care.
Like, it's funny because there was a scene when Walter was so scared that he pretty much like jumped on top of his fucking desk and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, yeah, it pretty much showed like
Shit.
like Maude and Walter being in their 40s and 50s, having like an active sex life and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, there was episode where it's like they were pretty much trying to hurt each other and stuff like that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was an episode when they almost divorced and shit like that too, because in the fourth season, Maude was trying to run for a senator, and Walter pretty much didn't want her to run and stuff like that. So this lasted for like 5 episodes where they almost had a separation and a divorce and shit like that too. Um, but then of course they rekindled their relationship because they loved each other and shit like that too. And honestly, they were probably like the most angriest sitcom couple next to Ralph and Alice from The Honeymooners,
Oh
if you
Lord,
ask me.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like,
They were hilarious though.
oh yeah, they were hilarious and shit like that too.
They were funny. I could watch them all the time. How come we ain't do nothing about the honeymooners yet?
That's gonna be next year because I gotta show
Next
you
year.
something. Hold up.
Okay.
Let me show you something. The classic 39 on this one right here, baby.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
from Shout Factory too.
Dope.
Nah. This is from CBS.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah, I like
Yes,
that.
yes, yes, yes.
Hey.
Honeymoon. You said what?
Oh no, go ahead.
I was like, for try, I'm definitely do the honeymooners next year and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
See, a classic show that I could watch over and over.
I agree. I like the shorts a bit more,
Mhm.
honestly, to be real with you, because I like the rawer comedy that they were doing and shit like that too. But the classic 39, I do fuck with a lot, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, man. I might show a couple of clips, but not too many because YouTube be on my fucking ass and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to Mark. I didn't want to make this shit too fucking long
Hmm.
and stuff like that too, because I still gotta listen to this Shantae Moore album,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because me and Ashley was talking about that shit too. Shout out to Ash,
I
shout
know
out to
y'all
Ashley,
can't
by the
wait.
way.
Ashley been tagging us all week. She can't wait for this shit.
I know. Honestly, I can't wait either and shit. Honestly, but yeah, shit, man, trying to find a good one. Like, fuck it. But yeah, man, like, so that's pretty much modern in a nutshell and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, maybe one day you'll find it interesting about the show to look at, but yeah, see, they don't even have a lot. They don't even have it for a lot of shit. Oh, okay, this is a good one. All right, so in this episode, Carol's son wanted to invite a girl over to sleep with her. Mind you, the son's like 12 years old and shit. And Ma thought the girl was. This is the thing. Okay, so his mom was going to go out on another dirty weekend. Was going to go on a dirty weekend with one of her boyfriends.
That's what they called
And
it, a dirty
Maud
weekend.
was like, "Why don't you?" Back at that time, yeah.
Wow.
And and Carol pretty much thought Philip would be too young to notice and shit like that too. But then Mom was like, he's a good boy, and Philip knew all the time that his mom was getting some pussy. Pretty much, he thought pretty much
Yo.
he thought it was hush money. Pretty much, you
Wow.
know what I'm saying. So next thing you know, Maud invited Sam over, thinking that Sam was a fucking boy and stuff like that too. But then pretty much what happened was they had a discussion about why it was not right for a boy his age to be engaging in sex and stuff like that too. But Phil was like, "But why? Why? Because you know how kids always ask hella questions and shit."
Because you're not of age yet.
So
Damn it. You mean why?
just see for yourself.
You'll be spending the night. I left a message with your phone.
Oh shit,
She
bro.
she should she like a black mother wouldn't have even answered him. She would just would have whooped his ass.
They may run out of chicken.
See you later.
Come on, Mom.
I'm coming.
Right.
Now listen, Philip. I don't want you messing up the kitchen, and I want you to keep this door locked. Do not let in any strangers. And another thing.
I'm Sam.
Oh, come on in, sir. You'll be spending the night. I left a message with your father.
Watch her reaction and shit.
Walter and Philip, I expect both of you in bed by 11:30.
I
No.
Philip,
that
open the door.
that camera dude always gets me.
Yeah, that didn't sound right. She's thinking.
Expect you to understand. You see, I'd like to have a meaningful relationship with Sam, and I have a need to express those feelings. Mom and Andy are doing.
They had these kids saying back then.
Andy are doing.
That's like evil still.
Walter, could I see you in the kitchen?
Oh shit.
Oh,
In
man.
episodes where her feminism, episodes when like her feminism gets pretty much put on display, it's probably like some of the best shit ever because just like with All in the Family, how they makes fun of like liberals and conservatives, like this show pretty much want to make fun of how feminisms be acting and shit like that. Feminists be acting and shit too. Well, white feminists, excuse me. And from what I looked up, I think he based Maude off his Maude off his first wife, Frances, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah.
But if you think about it, like the her character on Maude, it seemed like it was similar to the one on Golden Girls.
A lot of people have said that. A lot of people have said that shit. That's just people have said that. That's just how B. Arthur is when it comes to doing that stuff. Yeah, but she even said she's not a feminist.
Right.
Excuse me. Damn. Okay. She even said she's not a feminist and stuff like that too. So
That's what's up.
yeah, man, it's crazy and shit too. But it's a very funny show if you think about it and stuff. Oh, this episode, right? I know Try's gonna love this episode and shit. Well, the scene from this episode. Like if you think that was sexual and shit like that, you're gonna laugh when you see this fucking episode. Like this is just the pure definition of adult television at that time and shit. But hey,
Little minds. I read that somewhere in the ninth grade.
Walter, please do not go back to your childhood. It is difficult enough dealing with an adult. Now, the man called us a bunch of degenerates. Plus that he has all those disgusting hang-ups of the human body.
And in this house, we don't have those hang-ups, right?
Speaking for myself, no. What's that supposed to mean?
No, better listen. Sexual and physical hang-ups go with your generation. My generation, peace, love, and back to nature.
yeah,
No
fuck all
hang-ups
that shit.
here.
No hang-ups here either. Walter, you've had a little too much. Walter, you will continue this charade over my dead body.
Maude, please. One thing at a time.
Now he's trying to strip his clothes off and shit.
You're not getting undressed.
In front of my mother and my stepfather?
What's that got to do with anything? You said it yourself, Maude. The human body is one of the wonders of the world. A divine creation.
Not yours, Walter.
Right? Put your shirt back on, Walter.
You better start getting undressed, or I'll be in Scotland before you.
Stop right there.
I can't do it, Maude. It seems like I'm undressing for the three of us.
You're gonna dress it for the three of us. What?
right, Maude. The children don't have to hang up.
Wow.
Come on, Walter, please pull up your pants. Carol, get his shoes.
What are we doing down there?
Walter, you're right. It hurts me to say this, but you're absolutely right.
Maude. My Maude. You mean that people who live in glass hang-up shouldn't throw stones?
Yeah, he looked drunk
So,
as hell.
yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, I'm gonna show probably one more. This is when Walter's friend died right in front of
Walter
him.
Finley? Floyd? Floyd Crowley?
Hey, yo, Mike, watch how this nigga dies and shit.
I don't believe it! You evil son of a gun! Damn it, Floyd, am I glad to see you! I'm so excited I could die!
What?
Wow.
This the way motherfucker just died and shit. Like,
It's crazy.
but yeah,
Oh my god.
but yeah, man, that's definitely one of my favorite. Norman, that's hard to like, my second or third favorite normally a show because the Jeffersons. I don't know what Jeffersons is either between the Jeffersons or Maude. All in the Family is still my favorite one out of everybody.
Right.
But yeah, All in the Family might be the next 2 weeks actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's All in the Family,
Wow.
then the Jeffersons, and then Cheers right after that.
Oof. Yeah, I can't wait for Cheers.
Yeah, gotta do it for Kirstie Alley and shit.
Right. Sure do. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we have some Cheers lovers on
Yes.
here.
Yes. Even the theme song, like the theme song, I could listen to it all day.
That theme song go
Yeah.
hard and shit. Sometimes you
Yeah.
want to go when everybody knows your name.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know how you cannot like Taxi or Cheers, bro.
No.
But
This wasn't for me.
I like Taxi's theme song too.
Back.
Theme song was good.
Yeah. Theme song was great.
Think about this. I know motherfuckers did not confuse George Clinton with Bobby Brown. Okay.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, this generation has lost its footing.
Wow.
But yeah, that Glorilla shit, that's what the fuck?
I don't know what that's about. That's crazy.
You know, she just made news today talking about she's gonna hire a personal assistant and charge and pay them $550 a week and shit.
Yo.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
$550 a week.
Right, nigga.
Man, gonna be fucked up.
Maybe she wants a nigga to eat on her food and shit. Maybe she wants a nigga to skid on her food and shit. That's why she wants to pay that money and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to get a mother. She's trying to get a motherfucker pregnant and stuff.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
What the fuck?
That's just as bad as when this girl I used to date called Crazy Emma put her whole fucking finger in my lemonade.
Why did she do that?
Because I said the lemonade was not sweet enough, right?
When was this?
Man, this was back in 2019.
Oh, before COVID.
Wait. Excuse me, 2018. Excuse me.
Before COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, oh shit, my lemonade's not sweet. She's gonna have the audacity to put a fucking fingernail with the fucking. I don't know why girls paint their nails. They put glitter on their fucking fingernails and shit like that. Take the fucking lemon, squeeze that shit, and this is my face.
Wow.
And I tell this story. I tell this story all the fucking time. I don't think I told Mike this story. So then she's gonna have the audacity. She's gonna have the motherfucking audacity to say, did you mind if I did that?
To you?
I was like, you know what? Go ahead. I was like, just go ahead. I was like, just go ahead, baby.
Man, she would have left. She would have been left with 4.
And then that same day, and this was just the middle of her antics, right?
Right.
First and foremost, she was trying to rush a nigga. I'm looking at myself like, girl, who the fuck you rushing this shit? I'm the one that's paying for the goddamn Uber ride and shit, because this was before I had my ride. I had my ride and shit. Then she mixed up Marvin Gaye and Lionel Richie with one another.
Wow.
Marvin Gaye's sexual healing came out, right? She's like, oh my god, is this Lionel Richie? And so the Uber driver was white, right?
Right.
And the Uber driver and I looked at each other like, hey, her pussy's good. So I just like, fuck it.
Wow.
And then this is what kills me. We went to this fucking store with these white people. All white people used to shop there. I said, girl, why you want to shop here? All these old white people. Then Karen over here wants to get on my fucking ass and shit like that. And then instead of the girl standing by her fucking man, she's gonna tag team with the white girl. At that point, I should have left her fucking ass at the store and shit.
Crazy.
I should have left her fucking ass at the store.
You better than me. As soon as you get mixed with Marvin Gaye, then yep, I would have left. Like, bye.
Facts.
No.
Time to go.
Done.
It's time
and
to
then,
go.
Yeah, and then putting her nasty ass, dirty ass fingers in lemonade, man, she would have been like Boardman counting 4.
Facts.
Right. That. And then this, you know, and you wanna know why she don't fuck with me no more? You wanna know why? Wow. You wanna fucking know why? So pretty much, right? I was working late, the late night shift. She asked me, what time would I be getting off work? I was like, girl, I don't fucking know at this point. Then an hour later, I don't want to be your friend anymore because you don't have no time for me. I'm like, bitch, I'm fucking working right now. What the fuck you mean I ain't got no fucking time for you and shit?
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't mean to cut you off. Hold up, time out. She said, I don't want to be your friend anymore.
I'm gonna read you the message. I still got the message to this day. Hold on.
Hold
up a second. I'm stuck on wait a minute. Is she in kindergarten?
Right? Fuck her.
She said, and I quote, I don't want to be friends with you anymore since you never have time to see me as a friend or talk to me as a friend. My friendship with you is dead. Bye.
Deuces, bitch.
What?
So I said, so this is what I said. So me trying to handle my business and you get upset. My account was hacked. I'm working to get some funds. My sister's getting married. I just got off not too long ago. My Facebook stay active. And if you have the audacity to be petty at this moment, fuck out of here. So then it gets better than this. So then my homeboy, shout out to my homeboy Justin, right? He starts being friends with her, right? So and mind you, anytime any nigga that comes in contact with the aura that smells the aroma of a pussy, they always say some shit like, this girl's, every time they come to me talking about this girl's motherfucking crazy and shit. And this is what I do. I'm like y'all telling me shit. Y'all telling me fucking shit that I already know. But Justin became friends with her and shit, right? So next thing you know, when she started trying to sneak up and slither in my fucking room. And she's like, I thought we were friends. I was like, but you literally said we weren't friends no more. I never said that. So I said, you never said that to me? You never said that shit to me? I pulled out my phone, right? Pulled up the text message and shit. She's like, you actually kept that shit? I was like, I keep all my receipts. Like, honestly, I keep all my receipts.
Wow.
And I read her the fucking text message and shit. And and she looking at me like, wow. I was petty. Like I was fucking petty.
That bitch.
Then she started dating another one of my friends, which I'm gonna leave that under the wraps for right now and shit, because we promised never to discuss that moment ever again. But shout out to my homeboy, by the way. And she was trying to be. We were playing games with. We had friends coming out when we were living in the apartment, and she was trying to be all touchy feely, but she was with this nigga and shit. What the fuck is wrong with these girls, man?
Crazy, yo.
But ever since she did that, I have not drank lemonade for 2 months. And since she did that shit, wow. Every time I saw lemonade, I just thought of that filthy finger decapitating my fucking shit, you know?
Yeah, that's just stupid.
I don't blame you. I'd be the same way.
It's crazy.
Like, you don't just put your fucking finger on a nigga's drink.
Right? You don't know where her hands been and shit.
God. And the pussy didn't really smell that. The pussy didn't really smell that good anyway. Like low key.
You said it don't smell that good.
A pussy don't smell good either?
I mean, after a while, I started smelling some shit, right?
How you got a stink pussy bitch dipping her hand in your lemonade, yo?
Hey. Hey. Let me tell you something. I was young. Well, let me scratch that. I'm still kind of young. I was horny and immature at that time. Between those years, those 2016 to 2020, those are my fucking years, honestly. Because I'm still fucking right now, honestly. Shit.
I would have bought the bitch some Summer's Eve or some shit. Pussy order. Pussy spray or some shit.
I was fucking everything at that time, man. Shit, like
shit. I know pussy is pussy, but at the same time, shit, if your shit smells like it and you walk it and it smells like that, hell no, you gotta get
pussy
your
ain't
ass
pussy when it's
out.
smelling like rancid cheese and shit.
Because usually before I get the pussy, I like to lick the nipples first, you know, just to get her a little wet first, you know, because you know, wet pussy's always a good
That's an automatic
slap.
Slap the shit out of her for doing that. What you talking about?
Ball. I was so fucking close to slapping her, but at that point, I'm just like, you know what? At that time, I was trying to wash my anger, but that only lasted for like 3 minutes and shit.
Wow.
You said it lasted 3 minutes.
The judge will understand.
Oh shit, boy. Then I had this one other girl, right?
Oh no.
This girl right here, man. This honestly on some real shit. I did kind of deserve this particular incident. So I lied about my age with this cougar one time, right?
You know they hate that shit.
And she got in her feelings and shit like that, but she still invited me over to smoke, right? So I was like, well, if I'm not getting no pussy, I might as well get some pussy from a roommate or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like a wasted trip.
Right. And then she pretty much blocked me because she felt like I was very disrespectful. I'm just like, what you mean? Like, and I didn't. It was a white lie, literally. I just said I was 2 years older than what I am and shit. You know.
She'll be all right.
Yeah.
She'll be all right. At least you didn't say 10.
But
10
I had some crazy
difference.
Right.
Could have been worse.
Oh, Troy, did I tell you about the white girl at my job that was acting crazy the other day?
Nah.
Oh man. So this white girl, she was a fucking nerd. She came to the hotel. They were having a party for cancer research. Homegirl got so fucking drunk, right? Right. Homegirl got so fucking drunk. She started acting like a fucking fool. So she ended up trying to flirt with me Mind you, she a white girl from Detroit, and she want to let everybody know she's from fucking Detroit and shit, right?
Wow.
So she started flirting with me and a security guard and shit like that. So pretty much she was in the mood for a fucking train and shit, right? So next thing you know it, she started like getting behind a fucking hotel desk. I'm looking at her like, no, baby, no, you don't do that, don't do that. Because for one,
Don't do
drunk
what?
white girl, black guy in the South, I'm not trying to get lynched. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So this is what killed me. She grabbed the wet floor sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to hit motherfuckers with the wet floor sign and shit.
What?
I kid you not. And then she was like, "So are you gonna be my daddy now?" Because of course,
Wow.
I
You
got
got the daddy chain. See?
I got the white girl. I got the white girl magnet right here.
Oh Lord.
Every time a white girl sees my fucking chain and shit like that, she always act like she want to be. We're gonna have a fucking kids and shit. I'm like, no, baby, no, baby.
Wow.
We ain't going down like that. Besides, as a white girl, she wasn't even that cute anyway and shit. She wasn't even that fucking cute. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
So she wasn't like the other white girl months ago that she asked me to fuck her in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. You know how they like it.
That one was cute. I just don't fuck with drunk white girls because she wakes
would've
up.
fucked that. What you mean?
No, nigga. They're
just
gonna
tape
say
it. No,
that rape
just
charge.
tape it just in case she go to the cops and be like, you see what happened? It wasn't no rape. She was willingly drunk and we did it.
Respect,
You know what I mean?
but still, I don't know, man. I don't know. The only white girl that had sexual contact with me when she gave me head, honestly.
Okay.
Because there's some girls I would fuck. There's some girls I would just get head, or they would give me head and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Hell, honestly, I'm a toe sucker myself and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Yo,
You ever
what?
look? I'm a toe sucker.
They gotta have cute feet for that. They gotta have
Hell yeah.
toenails, not no boomerang bullshit.
Hell no.
You know what I mean?
Not what's that teacher from Power? Professor Pilgrim or Milgram?
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't like her nails?
I mean, her feet was cool, but she had them slavery feet. Like,
You said slave.
like y'all know what I mean by that slavery feet and shit.
Yo. Nigga said she have slavery feet.
Wow.
I mean, she was sexy as fuck. I would fuck her, but I wouldn't suck her feet though. You know what I'm saying?
You said slave.
She has. I think it's the way she was hanging from the noose, Red. I think that's what it was. The way she was hanging, yeah, her feet look kind of slavish.
Yo, I'm still mad that they killed off my nigga Zeke. Zeke was my nigga. I'm still mad at
him. He wasn't no.
Nigga, he was. That nigga was my comedic relief, nigga.
Yo, you know what they messed up on? They messed up on not letting him go to the NBA. I wanted to see how that would have worked out.
That means I can't get my regulations.
You know what I'm saying? If he had actually got drafted and went to the NBA and how Monet would have like handled that whole situation, that would have been better.
That means I can't get my regulations, man. You lied about my age. Well, Monet was like, "Sit the fuck down, Zeke."
He was dumb as hell. That nigga wasn't going to the NBA.
That was my comedic relief right there. I'm just like, whenever this nigga appeared on the screen, I just laughed like this.
Right.
Shit. He's like, all I want to do play basketball and fuck with Miss Milgram and shit. Jesus.
I'm still stuck on slavery feet. I'm sorry.
Slavery feet, bro.
I'm sorry. That'll probably be quote of the year, probably.
Please, no, I'm just saying. Because there's some girls that with them slavery feet, it's like their foot be so fucking crooked and shit like that. All you want to say is swing.
Working from the plantation and shit.
Yo.
Sweet cherry.
Wow.
Yo, Mike, Ronnie's asking, are you familiar with the show Alice?
Alice, yeah.
I hate that show.
I never got into that show actually.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was.
I only like Flo and Vic. Flo and Mel. That's the only character I fucked with.
Right.
Once Flo left, I was like, fuck this piece of shit. Fuck that feminism bullshit, nigga.
Yeah, that show was watchable at
Crazy.
Man, one time I ate a girl. I told you how I ate a girl out in a janitor's closet and shit.
Oh boy.
Yo, they call me the chain chop when it comes to pussy. Like in Super Mario, that little chain chop motherfucker.
Yeah.
They call when it comes to
Was it
pussy.
Chomp or something? Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to pussy, call me the chain chopper.
Chain chop. Wow. Okay.
Boy, man. When it comes to pussy, I had them all. When it comes to pussy and shit.
Yeah, I see.
Wow.
I see.
Well, I'm in such a good mood today. Honestly, I'm in such a good mood today. Like, some pussy. Like sometimes if you eat sour Skittles before eating pussy, they get a fucking reaction from that shit because that sour shit. When you look at sour Skittle, your pussy eating skills get so fucking better and enhanced. That's all I gotta say. You know.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Mike's giving us tips and shit now.
And also, with a girl, if you eating a pussy and a girl, when she does like this kind of shit, that means you're doing it right.
Oh fuck yeah. Especially she be holding her head and shit like that.
Oh man.
Giving the head massage. Shit. Yeah, you
What
doing it
would
right.
we do without you, Reg? What would we do? I just gained some new information tonight knowing that.
So
Yo.
one time, I was fucking this one girl one time, right, man? Her name was Skittles.
Wow.
Her name was fucking Skittles. I didn't go to the gym one time, Mike, so I had to get my cardio in. So I stuck my dick in the pussy, right? And I was like, like a fucking treadmill and shit. Oh shit, boy.
I know she was feeling that.
Right?
Oh, she was feeling that shit so much. She was like, ah, ah!
Oh shit. Hey, you doing it right then.
Hell yeah, I do it fucking right. I beat that pussy up like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I beat that pussy up like a motherfucker. And shit.
You getting pleasure and you getting your cardio workout.
Yeah.
Right?
I keep telling y'all, motherfuckers act like, how come you don't fuck with that girl and shit like that? It's like before I meet the girl, I know if her pussy stink or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Really?
That's just how I am. Yeah.
So you can
I just look
tell.
at a girl. I can just tell. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. What about when it's like it might be like one of the most beautifulest women that you ever seen, and she smell funky down there?
Then that means I ain't gonna get funky down there too. You know? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Shit. My name is not DOC, and that's not funky enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
But one thing I never do, I never fucked a girl. Actually, I think I fucked like one or two girls younger than me. And what I mean, I don't mean like young, like younger than 18.
Oh.
I mean young, like a year or two below me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That you know you got that. You know she got that good sex and shit when she wakes up smiling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you like the other day how you know who when we were sleeping and I was sleeping, she just literally just gave me a fucking hand job and shit while she was sleeping. That's how you know I got that girl in my mind and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Better TV character, Maude or Florida ever.
Maude.
I like Florida.
Honestly, I like and I dislike Florida on good times.
Mm-hmm.
Cause sometimes she be holding the family back. Sometimes I'm just like, come on, baby. You love the ghetto. You love the ghetto so much and shit. You just want to stay there, right? Like that's
Right?
pretty much.
Some people are like that. You
Oh
know,
shit.
especially past the hood.
It'd be like that, but I'm just like, girl, get off your high horse, baby. God damn.
Right.
Whew. Jesus. Jesus
Right.
Christ. Okay. Whew. What time is it? 9:42. Okay, bet. I'm gonna stay on for like another 5 to 10 minutes because I might do some meditation while I listen to Shantae Moore album and shit. Honestly.
Right.
But yeah, man. Madonna ain't got shit on me.
Right. Oh man.
y'all ever flirted with anybody in church and shit?
Church. Only time I ever went to church is when somebody died.
True.
they,
Nope.
they ain't got nobody cute in there. I ain't never seen nobody cute in there. Old ladies, no.
Yeah. Oh, you know they going home fixing some that Sunday dinner and some cornbread and some
Right.
peas
Mashed
and all that.
potatoes, black eyed peas.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
I feel like that's all they be talking about. It's like Sunday dinner and shit.
Man, I remember I had sex with this one church girl. I picked up Uber in one time and shit. She was a black girl that acted white, so she was the closest I ever fucked a white girl, honestly. So,
Wow.
mind you, I picked her up. I took her to my bed, fucked her, watched the movie, and that was my fucking tip. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Let me stop, man. Let me not get flagged for this. Jesus Christ. But yeah, man, once that girl does this when she's fucking, or when you eat her out and she does this, that means you're doing a good job. But if you eat her out or if you fuck her and she just does this, she doesn't even moan, you're not doing it right, you know?
Oh man.
Yeah, they just sit there like a tree log and shit, ain't moving
Right.
and shit. You might as well give it up at that point.
Facts.
Oh shit. Oh my god. I just use a condom for the most part, you know. You don't want to. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. And speaking of Sunday dinner, better soul food scene, House on Fire, or Ahmad crying. In my opinion,
Already. Come on, Ronnie. That is not the best scene in that movie.
Y'all killed it.
That movie.
Huh?
What was not the best scene in that movie?
The soul food scene with Ahmad.
Oh hell no. Not even close.
Y'all killed the family.
Oh man.
I'm just trying to go to my regulation. I didn't lie. You did. You lied.
Crazy.
Y'all ever seen this movie called Marcy X?
Nah.
It has Damon Wayans and Lisa Kudrow.
Yep, and I turned it off.
It was
You
bad.
said what?
turned that off. That was god awful.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks awful as fuck.
Yeah,
It
what the
sounds
fuck is
awful.
Lisa?
Mossy X.
What the fuck was Lisa Kudrow doing in that movie like that?
Right? Crazy.
Oh my god. Don't fucking touch me. Let me stop. Hmm. This is my first drink in a week and a half, honestly. Okay, so I'm about to end this off right here and stuff like that. 'Cause I do got to get some meditation and listen to this album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, tune us come back 11 p.m. as we discuss. Pull out these albums out because physical always wins at the end of the day.
Right.
First two Shantae Moore albums and shit. Love Supreme and Precious. Um, I'm gonna send y'all the invite before I meditate and shit like that too. Just letting you, letting y'all know. Appreciate this as usual. You know what I'm saying? In case y'all just missed it, or in case y'all just got distracted by the sex stories that I've been telling. We did talk about something. Maude, make sure y'all check this out. I'm gonna try to do All in the Family in the next 2 weeks. I know that week is after Christmas and shit like that. So before the year's over, definitely expect All in the Family and shit like that too. So yeah, man. So I'm gonna see y'all in about 2 hours. Appreciate
All
this
right.
tribe. Appreciate this mic
Yeah.
as usual.
No
Peace.
problem.
Cool.
Peace.
Peace, Mike.
Peace, try.